welcome back to my channel. My name is Liana. Today is another installment of my Inspired By series. Inspired by Harry Potter! I've been wanting to do this for quite a while now, and of course there's so many ways you could go with this, so many things you could choose from, which is why I'm probably going to do more than one of these, but for today I chose these three looks. Fox the Phoenix, which is what I have on my face right now, the AVADA KEDAVRA spell, and Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. Like I said, so many options, so many, and it was very hard to narrow it down to just these three, but I don't know, there was something about these three that I thought I really wanted to try and attempt these color combinations and come up with something really unique, and I hope that I've pleased my fellow Harry Potter fans out there. I've been a fan of the series since I was about 9 years old when the first book came out, or at least that's when I first read it. So let me know what you think, and here are the looks.
This eyeshadow was inspired by Fox the Phoenix. I'm using this bright matte yellow as a transition shade through my crease, just blending that back and forth, not taking too much care to be precise. To add a little bit more depth to that, I'm using the shade Marigold by Igneous Cosmetics, which is just a deeper, more mustardy golden yellow. I'm going to take this bright matte orange shade on sort of a denser, more precise brush through the crease just to lay that down first, and then I'm going to be blending that out with a fluffier brush. And I'm only taking that orange shade about 2/3 of the way through the crease because I still want there to be some yellow towards the front. And I'm just taking a little bit more Marigold and adding that through the crease to blend out some of the orange. You can kind of go back and forth between the two as needed. I'm taking this matte red shade from the Hard Candy Look Pro Rose Gold palette, and I'm flicking small feather-like strokes on the outer corner of my eye to mimic the plumage on Fox's head. I'm also taking that same shade on a small blending brush and blending that on the outer V and into the outer crease of my eye. I'm priming my lids with the e.l.f. glitter primer and then going in with this yellow gold glitter shade from the Hard Candy palette, using a flat brush to pack it on the inner third of the lid. I'm next going in with this metallic copper shade in the center of the lid to join both the gold and the red shades. Then going in with a little bit more red on the outer corner just to make sure everything is intense and blended. I'm running the matte black from the Hard Candy palette on the lower lash line. And topping that with this sort of ashy charcoal glitter to represent a phoenix rising from the ashes. On the inner corner, I'm taking the shade Sea Breeze from Igneous Cosmetics, which is a matte pastel turquoise. And on top of that, I'll be using the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in Pyro to, of course, represent the Phoenix Tear, which has healing properties. Under my brow bone, I'm just popping on a little bit of Clionadh Cosmetics Soul, which is like a yellow-green duochrome shift. And for my mascara, I'm using the Essence Lash Princess Sculpted Volume. This is the finished eye look inspired by Fox the Phoenix, up close. And this is what it looks like with the rest of the face finished. This eyeshadow look was inspired by the AVADA KEDAVRA Killing Curse. I'm starting with the shade Evergreen by Igneous Cosmetics, which is a matte green shade, an evergreen shade, and using a stiff crease brush to pack that into the crease of my eye. Afterwards, I'm taking this small fluffy blending brush and just gently buffing out the edges of that shade so it's not too harsh. We'll be blending this eyeshadow throughout the look, so don't worry if it doesn't look perfect the first time around. Next, I'm taking this matte black from the Hard Candy Look Pro Rose Gold palette, and I'm going to be using a flat packing brush to pat this all over the outer corner of my eye, connecting it up into the crease shade. Note that I do have tape on the outer corners of my eye to try and perfect the shape of this eye look, but you really don't need to do that, and it didn't work that well for me anyway. And I've just been using a small detail brush to drag that black through the crease to just sort of drag a small line through the crease. Now I'm taking the Colourpop No Filter Concealer, and I'm using a technique that I saw Christina Mitchell here on YouTube do, which is to create a circular cutout in the black matte shade and just laying the concealer over that in a really thick layer so that I can draw over that with more of the green that I put in the crease. I took the tape off and cleaned up my eye area a little bit, and now I'm going back in with my small blending brush to blend the edges up in the crease area. I'm also going back in and re-intensifying the black anywhere it needs a little bit of a boost. I'm taking the shade Macarons from the Juvia's Place Douce palette, which is a shimmery green, and using my finger to tap that over the green that's already on the lid. I did my concealer off camera so we can work on the lower lash line. I'm using the same matte black that we used on the lid. On top of that, I'm blending some of the Evergreen shade. For my inner corner and brow bone, I'm using the Green Duochrome from the Alchemist Palette. I'm finishing the eye look with my Essence Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara. And this is what the finished eyeshadow inspired by AVADA KEDAVRA looks like up close. This is what it looks like with a full face of makeup. This look was inspired by Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. I'm starting with this bright matte yellow shade as my transition shade. It's the same bright matte yellow we used for Fox the Phoenix. Next, I'm going to be mixing this matte peachy orange shade with this darker matte orange and using a packing brush to pat that on the inner 2/3 of my lid. I'm also taking that eyeshadow mixture on a small fluffy brush and blending that through the crease. I'm taking more yellow on the first blending brush I used and just using that to soften the edge of the orange. Next I'm taking African Amethyst by Igneous Cosmetics, which is a satin bright purple, on a flat brush and patting this on the outer third of my lid. After I've packed the purple on my lid, I'm taking the smaller blending brush and softening the edges of it through the crease. I took a little bit of additional purple through the crease just to make it pop a little bit more, and then I took the bigger blending brush that we used for the transition shade and I used that to blend everything out just a little bit more. Starting on the outer corner of my lower lash line, I'm using African Amethyst, which is the purple shade. On the inner portion of the lower lash line, I'm taking the two oranges that we used for the lid. On the innermost corner, I'm taking this chartreuse shade, which is a glitter-infused matte, but you don't really see much of the glitter. For eyeliner, I'm using this NYX Vivid Brights liquid eyeliner in the shade Vivid Violet, which is a violet shade. And I'm going to start by drawing a winged eyeliner on each side. Once the wing is done, I'm going to draw some small stars and a W on each side. Of course, just using my Essence Lash Princess Mascara. Some of the eyeliner got in my lashes, so it clumped a little bit more than normal, but oh well. And this is the eyeshadow look inspired by Weasley's Wizard Wheezes up close. And this is what it looks like with a full face of makeup.
I hope you enjoyed those little tutorials. Let me know what your favorite characters, spells, locations are in Harry Potter. Maybe you can give me some feedback of what other things you'd like me to attempt from Harry Potter in the future, because like I said, I'd love to do more than one of these videos. And I post Mondays and Fridays here on this channel in the afternoons Eastern Time. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys!